Hi, I'm Dan Perry and welcome back to my Masters of Science dissertation, The Hiding Curriculum Towards the Development of LGBTQ+ Curriculum. Chapter 1. It's About Time. LGBTQ+ Curriculum in Higher Education, the Curriculum and Curricula as Chronobiopolitics. This presentation is named the Clauser Era, pre-World War II. And yes, we've finally got to the timeline. There's no overview, as this is a very short section, but I would like to remind people of my theoretical lens again, querying curriculum, interruptions, disruptions, gaps and silences, and just mention this was never intended or to be a comprehensive timeline, and also want to remind people that it's heavily Westernised using Western time frames, but this is something that could be expanded. So without further ado, let's get on. The first major development in lesbian and gay studies arguably began in what Casciani, 2011, terms as the Clauser Era. This time period was pre-World War II and was dominated by concealment, isolation, feelings of shame, guilt, fear, and leading a double life. Wren, 2010, cites a book written by Willard Wallace in 1932 as being highly influential before 1974 in education, about the dangers of homosexuality as a contagious, deviant behaviour which should be eradicated from schools, and which still continues today. Wallace believes that the best method of preventing its spread was to dismiss suspected staff and expelling students. Although Waller's book was primarily meant for schools, universities followed the same policy and dismissed staff and expelled suspected students who displayed stereotypical homosexual traits. Previously, in the 1900s, universities created student affairs departments that would be in charge of disciplining unruly students. The students' affairs departments were given the power to remove students who were perceived as homosexual. However, removal was not always the case. The expanding field of counselling had an influence, and some counsellors were able to persuade the student affairs departments to allow students to have psychological treatment. Although not ideal, it would allow the students and staff more the students actually, to continue their study and avoid being expelled. See, I told you it'd be nice and short and sweet. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next time for the second part of the timeline, the coming out era, World War II to 1997. Bye.